Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Point 8 Foods that can cause gas and bloating: beans, mushrooms and more. Foods like beans, broccoli, and cabbage have long been associated with gas and bloating, but other lesser-known culprits include mushrooms as well as artificial sweeteners which can cause flatulence, gas/r/n/r/n. Gas can be embarrassing, but everyone has it, and often more than they think. While gas is a normal part of the digestive process, there are certain foods that are gassier than others. These included hard-to-digest foods that end up fermenting in the gastrointestinal, GI, tract. /r/n/r/n. This article lists some of the more common foods that cause flatulence and the different ways you can counter or prevent gas. /r/n/r/n. Illustration by Paige McLaughlin for Verywell Health. /r/n/r/n/Jacob Snavely, Photolibrary, Getty Images/r/n/r/n. Most people know that beans tend to cause more gas than other foods. That is because beans contain carbohydrates known as oligosaccharides, most especially a type called raffinose. /r/n/r/n. These long-chain sugars cannot be broken down easily during digestion. Instead, they pass undigested into the colon where they are fermented by the bacteria in your gut. Methane gas is a byproduct of this process. /r/n/r/n. Some people find relief when they take an enzyme supplement, such as Beano, before eating a meal. This product breaks down the sugars in beans and makes them easier to digest. /r/n/r/n. Soaking beans before cooking also removes a significant amount of raffinose without altering the nutritional value of the bean. /r/n/r/n. James Tse Getty Imagesrnrn Mushrooms also contain sugars that are difficult to digest, most especially a type called mannitol found in common white mushrooms, Agaricus bisporus. Mannitol is poorly absorbed in the small intestine and tends to cause more GI disturbances than other natural, long-chain sugars. /r/n/r/n. That's not to say that all mushrooms contain high amounts of mannitol. Others like oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus ostritus, contain trehalose, which generally only causes problems if a person lacks a specific digestive enzyme called trehalase. /r/n/r/n. If you get gassy after eating mushrooms, you can try other varieties like shiitake mushrooms, lentinulary ticeps, to see if you have a similar effect. In some cases, they may not. /r/n/r/n. Sasta Photo, IM, Getty Images/r/n/r/n. If you're one of the many lactose-intolerant adults, you already know that dairy products can cause a significant amount of gas and bloating. /r/n/r/n. People who are lactose intolerant lack an enzyme called lactase, which is necessary to break down lactose, a type of milk sugar. This results in gas and bloating along with other symptoms such as diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal pain. /r/n/r/n. Some people find that taking a lactase supplement like Lactaid can help reduce or prevent GI symptoms when eating dairy. There are also lactose-free milk and dairy products at most grocery stores and plenty of plant-based milk products if you are especially sensitive to cow's milk. /r/n/r/n. Lactose intolerance is different than a milk allergy. Lactose intolerance implies the inability to properly break down lactose, while a milk allergy occurs when your immune system responds abnormally to milk proteins. People with a milk allergy should avoid milk in any form. /r/n/r/n. People don't often think of wheat as a food that causes gas. However, a specific carbohydrate in wheat called fructans can create gas when it is broken down in the lower digestive tract. Whole wheat and bran are especially rich in fructans. /r/n/r/n. During digestion, only about 5% to 15% of fructans are digested in the small intestine, the rest are left to ferment in the colon, large intestine. /r/n/r/n You may be able to reduce gas by eating white bread, although white bread lacks fiber and can cause constipation. You can also try sourdough bread, which reduces the fructan content through the process of fermentation. /r/n/r/n Wheat also contains another long-chain sugar called fructose that can cause gas, particularly if you are fructose intolerant. /r/n/r/n West End 61, Getty Images/r/n/r/n Fruits are well known for causing gas due to high concentrations of fructose. /r/n/r/n People with fructose intolerance are unable to break down fructose, either because they lack a digestive enzyme called aldolase B or because cells on the surface of the intestines aren't able to break down fructose efficiently. /r/n/r/n Some high fructose fruits that can cause gas include /r/n/r/n You can reduce your risk of gas by eating fruits lower in fructose, such as bananas, blueberries, and strawberries. Some people also turn to enzyme supplements like Fructaid to reduce symptoms of fructose intolerance. /r/n/r/n Diana Miller, Cultura, Getty Images/r/n/r/n Cruciferous vegetables are notorious for causing gas. These are vegetables of the family Brassicaceae that have many species and cultivars. /r/n/r/n 4 of the cruciferous vegetables well known to cause gas include /r/n/r/n As with beans, cruciferous vegetables contain a high concentration of raffinose. While raffinose can be broken down by an enzyme called alpha-galactosidase, it is somewhat inefficient in doing so when a lot of cruciferous vegetables are eaten, leaving them to ferment in the colon. /r/n/r/n You can reduce the gassiness by cooking cruciferous vegetables well rather than eating them raw or semi-cooked. You can also eat smaller amounts to get the nutritional benefits without the gas. /r/n/r/n Many foods labeled as sugar-free or diet often contain sweeteners such as mannitol, xylitol, sorbitol, or erythritol. These are naturally occurring sugar alcohols that are added to foods and drinks to make them sweeter. /r/n/r/n All of these long-chain sugars need to be broken down in the liver to be converted to glucose, the body's main source of energy. But doing so is difficult, leaving much of the sugar to ferment in the colon. /r/n/r/n If you have chronic gas, it may be due to the excess intake of diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, and other artificially sweetened foods. Cutting back on these may help. /r/n/r/n Jose Luis Pelaez, The Image Bank, Getty Images/r/n/r/n High fructose corn syrup can produce gas as your gut breaks down the fructose. Many sweetened drinks and sodas are made with high fructose corn syrup instead of sugar. /r/n/r/n The effects can be even worse if it's in a carbonated drink, which often introduces additional gas into your intestinal tract. So, if you don't burp the excess gas out, it will come out as flatulence. /r/n/r/n Other foods made with high fructose corn syrup include /r/n/r/n In addition to avoiding foods that cause gas, certain foods are less likely to result in gas and bloating, including /r/n/r/n Eating food slowly is also important since it prevents taking in too much air, which is known to contribute to bloating and burping. /r/n/r/n Other self-help measures that can help ease bloating and release gas include /r/n/r/n Many foods can contribute to excess gas. Most of the time, gas is caused when undigested sugars or fiber reach the large intestine and are broken down by bacteria. Common gassy foods include dairy, specific fruits and vegetables, beans, and sugars. /r/n/r/n rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 80% on prescription drugs.